And we're live.
All right. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dad Jokes. I'm getting something very weird feedback wise. I don't know who that's coming from.
Not
Well,
me.
maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it stopped. I'm not really sure. Well, we'll keep going. So if this is your first time joining us, be sure to hit the subscribe button because that's how you join the live chat. Does anybody else hear that or just me?
I hear it. It's coming from Rob's.
Of
Not doing
course, it's
anything.
coming from Rob.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting here.
Yes, but your mic is picking it up.
Your mic is picking up my sound.
Let me switch to the other mic. Hold on.
It's stomach noises.
I can't get enough satisfaction.
So
That's because they changed the
Subscribe.
packaging on it.
we're starting off great.
Now we can't hear you,
Me?
Rob.
Oh, okay. Oh, he said he was switching mics, so he might be in the process of switching mics. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and listen to all of our antics.
Is it still doing it?
I will read the town crier and we'll find out.
Okay.
Maybe we should change the name of our thing to Dungeons and Technical Difficulties.
Dungeons and technical difficulties. Dungeons and technology. All right.
Anyway.
So what happened last week? So here we go. I'm going to read this. Before leaving town, Fix saw Evangeline and invited her to join the entourage with Lady Guerra as they left. Lady Guerra, of course, approved this. And just outside the city, Devacri joined them, whom they decided or recognized as the mage that was invisible, both Seeker and Evangeline. The group traveled for 2 days. During this time, many noticed Lady Guerra wearing very form-fitting armor under her outerwear, and Fix noticed the extension of this armor up her neck. Meanwhile, Cadeth and Forsyth traveled at a small distance behind, and Seeker kept watch overhead. Once they reached the castle, Cadeth and Forsyth continued until they were able to duck into the forest and double back to keep watch on the castle. Seeker continued to stay overhead, eventually landing on the roof of the castle unnoticed. Inside, Evangeline and Fix both felt the magic on the main door, realizing that it would dispel any illusionary magic, including a shape change, and Lady Guerra confirmed this when they asked her. The two of them had dinner with Lady Guerra and Devacri, after which Guerra changed clothing so that Fix could examine her armor. When they were shown to guest chambers, where Evangeline shot an arrow, with Fix's help to determine timing as not to be seen, to land outside the castle wall for Cadeth. She then turned invisible and began looking for Kosha. Fix decided to have a conversation with Lady Guerra and found her in her own bedchambers. Fix discovered that she did not know any information that Kosha may have, but that she wanted the item Kosha retrieved for her. Evangeline, having found Kosha, escorted her to her own guest room and began to try to get her to leave. Cadeth retrieved the note from the arrow and aided Forsyth into the castle grounds, where he changed into an ape and climbed into the window containing the construct Buckley, as he waited there under Evangeline's command. And Forsyth waited there to take Kosha out of the castle. However, Kosha revealed that she would not leave until the oath was broken. Both groups discovered that Lady Guerra had Kosha under an oath that if not fulfilled, Guerra had the power to kill Kosha. They also both discovered the item was a vial containing the blood of Elijah Corbani, a member of the Order of Balance. Evangeline also attained what information Kosha had. She had snuck into the order and found the blood pool. This is where she filled the vial, assuming it would also contain the blood of Elijah. At this point, Fix could be heard throughout the castle calling for Kosha, shouting that he found a way to release the oath. Evangeline leaned out of her window to inform Seeker that they needed to get Cadeth inside the castle. because Kadeth is the only one outside the castle currently, and Kadeth is not here. So this is where we pick up, and Kadeth will join us shortly
When he gets in the castle. Oh.
when he gets in the castle. So Evangeline and Forsyth, you definitely hear it. Seeker, you hear it. You can kind of make it out. That Fix is calling for Kosha to come down and that he has found a way to break the oath. So, Evangeline, Kosha's ready to walk out the door.
I will stop her and say, we will walk out together. If anybody questions, we were just having a little girls' time. And I will walk out the door with her and assume that I can see Fix. I think we're on the same floor, right?
You're actually not connected. The castle, the east wing and the west wing are not connected. So he's down in the main foyer kind of area where both sets of stairs kind of go out. Okay. And so he's down there hollering, so it's echoing. It's a castle, things echo. So you'll come down, you'll find him in the main foyer.
I'll come to the stairs with Kosha as we head down. I'll go, hey, we're right here. You don't have to scream. Like it was an unnecessary thing.
But I was too lazy to go anywhere else. This is as far as I wanted to go, so I screamed. So you would come to me. And then he'll look to Kosha and kind of give her a little wave and be like, so, do you want to break the oath?
Yes, please.
Can I have the vial?
Okay, explain. She's not going to hand you the vial. She's going to ask you to explain how.
Oh,
Is there anybody else around us besides Fix?
Probably guards.
There is a couple of guards that kind of patrol the area. There's one that's standing there, kind of watching. Lady Gara is not far behind. She's kind of making her way down the stairs a little bit. She was in no rush, so she made sure she was presentable and then started to head toward the stairs.
Well, I've negotiated with Lady Gara that in return for something that's of no consequence to you, that she's going to release you from your oath completely. And then you're going to come with us because, well, we need you to talk to somebody. I'll make sure that you don't... I'll do my best to make sure that you don't die.
Well, I guess that's reassuring.
Well, you either have that choice or you can stay under oath.
Well, no.
And he'll look
I
up.
prefer to get out of that.
We just need to have a conversation. Well, you need to have a conversation with somebody else that's not here. Yes. And he turns and looks at Lady Gara and says, "So, that
I'll
oath."
give Kosha a knowing look.
The oath?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for a favor, right?
A reasonable favor.
Okay. She will reach into like an inside pocket of her gown and pull out a small paper, and she'll hold it in her hands and she'll rub it a little bit and then fling out her fingers, and you'll see it just light up in flame and disappear.
Looks to Kosha and says, "Now can I have that vial?
Well, what do you want with it?
Because I want to make sure that it stays safe."
And how are you going to do that?
By not allowing it to get to anybody that shouldn't have it.
AKA you?
I'm not gonna do anything with it. But if
Right,
it's this important,
because you're going to give it to me. That's why you're not going to do anything with it. Please.
oh well. Since you asked nicely, she will pull it out where she had it tucked away, and she'll hold it out to you, as she's kind of looking at Gara, like, "Did you really, like, just confirmation kind of thing?" But she'll hand it out to you.
He'll take it and thank her, and then turn to Lady Gara and say, "Why, thank you. The Trinston family thanks you for keeping your word." Give it sort of in a, if you didn't really do it, you're gonna regret it, sort of way.
We'll say, "All right, the Trinston family."
Well, me, of the Trinston family, yes.
All right.
Now, what would it take to get you to exchange that armor of yours?
Huh. I will not be departing with that armor.
There's nothing that you want that would convince you to depart with it.
No. Not even the vial you hold in your hand.
I'm gonna look at Fix and glare at him.
Oh, no, I wasn't thinking about the vial. Like, no, this isn't for trade.
I'm saying that not even the one thing I had somebody under a blood oath for.
Oh, there's more important things than that. But okay.
Yeah, like my armor.
Oh, more important things than that. And he'll look to Evangeline. So, I'm done here. So, can we leave?
You wish to leave in the middle of the night?
Why, what better time is there?
The morning?
Why?
Because then at least you can sleep.
Well, I can sleep outside, too. We've done it many times.
True, but generally when you're in a castle with guards, you don't feel the need to have to be on guard, half awake.
Now I will just look at her like, are you stupid?
Yeah, Vix is kind of looking at her kind of deadpan, like, while I appreciate you fulfilling your end of the bargain, how do I put this delicately? I don't trust you.
Okay. So you'll be half awake in my keep.
Yes, but I feel safer being half awake in the wild.
Yeah.
But thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, you're most welcome.
To be fair, what?
I don't trust you either.
Oh, you shouldn't.
I will call for Buckley.
Forsyth is still sitting on the bed as an ape.
Well, hopefully he will take the hint or be hearing the conversation or...
I mean, that's entirely possible, Forsyth. You could have followed along and probably heard the conversation from the hall.
You're muted.
As an ape, I'm probably not going to want to wander around.
Yeah.
It's
that is true.
More obtrusive.
And you don't want to get Harambe'd.
And and I don't want to waste the changes to become a mouse. And I don't know if they have a cat.
That's always a danger. Large keeps tend to have cats, so they can take care of the mouse problem.
Right. Not
You
that
have the
becoming
Buckley.
a dog is impossible either, but
Right? So, all right. I mean, you can hear them conversing. They seem to not be getting into a fight or anything. They seem to be negotiating, per se.
yeah, he's just doing his normal job of being a pain. I mean, what he's good at.
All right, all right. So, Lady Gara will bid you adieu. So that is, if you wish to leave tonight, you are no prisoner of mine. You are welcome to leave.
Thank you very much. He'll turn and look to Kosha and say, "Let us go."
She kind of gives you the, okay. I shall follow you out.
He kind of like goes next to her and like does like puts his arm in her arm type thing, and as they walk out, sort of a, you're not going anywhere because I'm gonna stand here right next to you, but I'm gonna make it look like it's friendly.
Okay. She catches it. She picks up the drift. She made some unwise decisions, but it doesn't mean she's stupid.
Oh yeah.
She catches it.
I will follow behind with Buckley.
All right.
As we exit
Okay. You
Out
exit the grounds.
the,
You exit
the main
keep.
the main doors of the keep into the courtyard.
Okay.
I will definitely keep an eye out and look towards the window, see if I see a gate.
As we're walking out,
Alright.
Fix would kind of whisper to Evangeline, "Where's everyone?"
I'm going to do a perception check.
All right. Do a perception check.
And I'm going to do it with something besides a 12-sider.
No, do it with a 12-sider. It's mandatory.
Yeah, do 2d12.
Nope.
12.
Single 12. I have a chance of beating you that way.
Perception. I rolled a 17.
Okay. With a 17, looking around and whatnot, you can't really see much from the front of the keep exactly, but you can tell that there's no commotion going on. So you know that Seeker hasn't been found. You know that Forsyth hasn't been found. You're pretty sure Kadeth hasn't been found because most of the guards right now on the walls are kind of looking at you guys leaving. They seem to be a little confused. It's like midnight.
And I don't see Forsyth in any form that I would recognize.
Not
And
yet.
Seeker on the roof, do I perceive him on the roof, or does he appear to have left?
No, I'm still there.
He's still there. He hasn't left. However, are you going to look for Seeker? Because you're going to have to look for him. It's not
No,
a
I'm
perception thing.
I'm just gonna kind of look around, like I'm looking at the guards, and checking
Just
things
taking
out.
in the. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You will spot Seeker on the roof.
I will walk up next to Fix very quietly and go, Seeker's still on the roof? I don't see Forsyth anywhere. I hope he came out.
Okay. Then
And
as
then
he's
I'll look at him and grin and say, last I saw him, he was in 8.
Well then, maybe we should pry eyes away from that area. He'll get a big old smile and he'll start waving like at the guards that are on the in the towers and everything and like yelling at the top of his lungs. Bye, see you.
Bye.
It was great being here. Kosha's going with us now. Bye.
Seeker and Forsyth, you will both hear that. Seeker, you see them from the roof vantage point. You will see them exit. Forsyth, if you decide to look out the window, because it's definitely coming from outside, if you look out the window, you can see Fix and Evangeline with Kosha
Right.
leaving.
I'm just wondering, I'm going to follow their play, whatever it is.
Okay.
If they need me to swoop down and grab somebody, I will. Other than that, I'm keeping a low profile.
Cadet, now that you've joined us, you
Sorry, my
can.
signal's cutting in and out. So give me just a second.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, am I cutting in and out for you?
Well, the whole my cell signal is because I'm in the garage at the moment. So
Oh,
give me
okay.
just a second.
Gotcha.
As soon as I get out of the garage, it'll be better.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, that was a second. No.
What's that?
I said, okay, that was a second.
He's making a dad joke.
A bad joke.
Same
Ah.
thing.
Okay. Mom's got
All right.
jokes too.
All right. So what's the situation at this point? Because
At this point,
we ran long.
yeah, that's fine. You outside, I ran inside first. So you outside, you begin to notice that Seeker and the ape that scurried off from you earlier are both kind of looking down at the courtyard. You can hear Fix kind of hollering goodbye. You can kind of make that out because he's making it loud enough for the guards to hear on the walls, and in all reality, he's making it loud enough for Seeker and Forsyth to hear. And so you're going to hear it too. It seems that they are leaving the keep and that they do have Kosha with them.
Okay.
I forgot he traded the vial for a favor. Gotta write that down before I forget again.
Okay. So they
The vial
So they
and her
have-
freedom.
That's right.
have Kosha and they're leaving the keep.
Yeah.
So does it look like everybody's heading out at this point?
I mean, watching Forsyth and Seeker, I imagine if you continue to watch them, they'll start to disperse.
Okay.
I mean,
Now,
there's no reason for them to be there if they don't need to be there.
are Fix and Kosha and Evangeline like walking out the front door, or?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll just start heading around. I'm gonna stay in the tree, behind the tree line, but I'll start heading around toward the front of the building, toward the front gate, wherever it seems like they might be heading toward.
Okay. Yeah, they're heading toward the front gate. Are you gonna be visible, or are you gonna try to stay hidden from the guards still?
I'm gonna stay hidden until
Okay.
they've exited the gate.
Okay. All right. Well, it won't take too long for them to exit the gate. They just cross the courtyard and go out the main gate. They'll walk right out.
Okay. Then once I see them out there, I'll emerge from the trees.
All right.
And Fix will just head that way.
All right. Seeker and Forsyth, they are out of the keep. They walk out the front door. They're in the clear. They're not stuck in the keep.
I'm just following above and paying particular attention to if any activities coming from the keep.
Okay, roll me a perception.
Perception. 16.
16.
Yay.
You can see as you're hovering above, you see Lady Guerra step out the front gate, and next to her is her main guard, and they seem to be conversing, but they're not going out the gate. They just kind of stepped out into the courtyard, and just the two of them are conversing as you're leaving.
Can I hear what they're saying?
You cannot.
Damn it.
They are speaking softly. Forsyth, you gonna go out the same way you came in?
Yeah, I will take the same path in reverse.
Okay. Okay. Roll me stealth, and I will let you do that with advantage since you used the same path.
And Fix is making a commotion as a distraction.
And Fix is helping to distract and whatnot.
That was his main goal. Was just
Yeah. Look at me.
Yep.
Okay. Both of them were the same.
I'd say that
26.
makes it.
That works. You managed to get out in 8 form and scurry off into the woods and kind of meet up with them a little bit later, being unseen.
The trees without a trapeze. It is
Are they
to
still
be.
talking?
Yeah, they'll converse for probably about 5 minutes or so. Are you gonna hang out above the keep?
I'm gonna get closer, come down closer, activating my cognitive languages before I do. Because I want to try to hear what they're saying.
What are you activating? The clairvoyance?
You're.
Gotcha. That's
It's
right.
Chuck's
It's
the car.
Chuck, I think. He's in the car.
In the car.
Sorry, I'll try and mute when I'm not talking.
Cool.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to get closer. But before I get closer, above them, mind you, I'm gonna activate my help with comprehending languages.
Okay. As you get closer, being sure not to be spotted by the guards, go ahead and roll me a stealth check for this.
Okay.
Does he get advantage since he's flying?
He does not. And the reason being is because your attention is divided. You want to avoid guards seeing you and all of that stuff. So it's just going to be a straight roll.
30-20.
30-20. All right.
30.
You managed. Dirty.
Dear Ted.
Dirty. You will manage to get close enough to hear some of their conversation. They are conversing. You hear Lady Guerra ask Ishuto, do you have other contacts? And Ishuto will respond, yes, there are at least 2 others. She says, good, get word to them, because you're catching kind of the end of their conversation. You will hear her say, good, get word to them, and she'll turn and walk into the keep. And Ishuto will just stand there for a few moments before he turns and joins them. That's not what?
It's not 5 minutes of conversation.
No, but it took you a while to get down. It's not like you went,
Okay, fine. All right. Well, I will stay there as long as he does. I want to see if he's going to do anything else.
Okay. No, he just seems to stand there for a little bit. Almost like when you get information that you like, okay, I have to process this, think through it for a minute, and then take action kind of thing. As he stands there for a moment while he's just kind of thinking and watching the guards do their thing, and then he turns around and enters back into the keep.
All right. I will go up first and then go back to the camp and share with them the tail end of what I heard. Not that it'll help. much, I don't think.
All right. You all gather together in the woods, a distance away from the keep so as not to be seen or heard, I'm assuming. It is the middle of the night. You make a little camp. It can be a dark camp if you want.
Oh, light is irrelevant. I cast the Omen's Tiny Hut.
Oh, hey, there you go. You can have protection with Liam's tiny hut and have a campfire. So you can stay nice and warm as well.
I mean, even need a campfire. The temperature's nice inside there.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that. It's temperature controlled. Kosha's with you. And you can get a long rest. Nothing seems to be bothering you.
So does somebody explain to me that she basically has a Gaius upon her?
No, I was gonna ask Fix some questions.
Okay.
I didn't do
Now's
it.
the time to do it. I didn't do it.
Okay.
It wasn't me.
I was dead at the time.
Evangeline will share. I will share with Cadet what she told me about where she got the blood.
How
And
about
the
you
blood
tell
oath and-
Cadet instead of telling what you might tell Cadet? Just tell it.
Yeah, because I may not remember everything, even if you do.
Okay.
I mean, Rhonda did just finish watching it.
I did just finish typing it, but Kosha told me that the blood in the vial she got from the pool, that she was only assuming that it had Elijah's, whatever his last name is, blood in it.
So somehow she got blood from the pool?
Apparently.
According
And it
to
had-
her.
And so I take it Lady Gira is looking for Elijah's blood for some reason?
Yes.
Okay, this is very concerning. Go on.
Well. Go on, Evangeline.
That was the big thing. She wouldn't leave the castle because Lady Guerra had a blood oath on her. She knew that if she left the castle without turning over, or the keep, without turning over the blood, that Lady Guerra could kill her.
But did she turn over the blood or no? That's what I'm confused about.
She didn't not turn over the blood to Lady Guerra.
But she let her leave.
Did turn it over to Fix.
I assume, Fix, you found some way to break her oath, or at least keep her from the oath, from the consequences of breaking an oath?
No, she's gonna die in 5 minutes. No, yes, she's.
You see Kosha get a little bit of a look on her face, like what? Okay.
Son of a.
I negotiated with Lady Gira and exchanged Kosha's freedom. He looks over to Forsyth. You're welcome. And breaking of the blood oath for a reasonable favor to be named later.
Okay, can I just interject?
That's fair.
Hold on.
Did you
No,
learn
it's not.
anything
Hold up.
else from...
Hold on, that's not fair. Did we not learn anything from the last campaign when we did shit like that?
Player speaking.
Same person, same thing. Okay,
But
Well-
our characters don't know anything about that, so...
True.
damn it.
After examining the armor that she had on, if we wanted to do this by force, we would die.
Yes,
She
she
had-
didn't seem to be worried about us at all.
She has iron flesh that,
She has some pretty serious iron flesh.
yeah, I would say that it
That-
probably rivals yours, Seeker.
So, relating to the information that she was wanting, or any information she already had.
Lady Gira didn't know about the information.
then what is she wanting the information for?
Nothing. She didn't know about it. She wanted the blood, and that's all.
I will.
Interesting.
Looking at Kosha, you have information outside of just the vial of blood, or is the information that you got it from the pool and not from the man?
Well, hold up. Cadet said that was a secret, so I don't know if she should tell us all.
Yes. Actually, do you guys mind if I take Kosha outside for a moment and speak with her privately?
Can I
You
ask
can
one
take
question
Kosha wherever you want to.
This is Rob asking the question.
Oh,
So the thing that I'm trying to understand is, what was she not supposed to share that was going to break the world? I'm lost on that. I don't remember.
And
Was it the
nobody
blood
knows
or
for
was it information?
it was
We
the
don't
know.
information.
The only player that knows is actually me.
Yeah,
Okay,
the only player that knows is.
that's why I'm asking Rob, because I'm trying
Yeah.
to follow his.
But Kadath doesn't actually know everything anyways.
Okay,
So I'm having to split player and character knowledge myself.
thank you.
I'm
So
just
I'm gonna
asking.
take. Oh, good.
I'm just asking what I have gleaned and what I know. And I'm the one that wanted you in the first place. So by all means, take her. She's really chatty, like 6.
Why, thank you.
I don't know that was a compliment.
Well,
I
you
think
see, the
girls
secret.
that you just decided to take it that way.
Yeah. Just because she didn't
Of
mean
course.
it as a compliment doesn't mean I can't take it as a compliment. Because my chattiness got us out of that
Part of-
bullshit.
Did it?
It's a weapon. It's a
Did it?
tool.
It is
Did
a
it
weapon.
really?
Well, she's here now, isn't she?
Yeah, but there's more afoot. Come on, you can't be that naive.
Well, we'll
Sorry,
deal
I'm
with
not
that.
using the right words. You're
He
clearly
can be.
can't be that naive.
No, but
He
we can
can
deal
be.
with that later, when that arises. Right now, this was the immediate issue, and we took care of it.
Somewhere Bradley's going, don't do it.
All right, Kosha will follow you out, Cadet.
Okay, yeah, so I'll take her outside,
Oh,
and
Beth, I guess I should let you know too that I did tell Kosha that you would probably kill her if she gave over any information or whatever she had.
She's somewhat
Since-
scared of you, in other words.
What?
I wouldn't necessarily kill her, but there would definitely be serious consequences. Potentially.
Might not be so bad that she thinks you would, though.
In an effort
Well-
to not be overheard, Kadeth, would you rather we leave the hut and you stay within?
Yeah, because we can still hear
That
you.
actually might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, okay.
That way, in case somehow somebody from the keep followed us,
Good
they
call.
won't hear.
Good call, Fitz. Good call.
Good thinking. Thank you.
I'll go outside.
I'll walk out the hut.
Pix will follow.
I'll just wait for the pizza.
I'll kick Forth out if he doesn't go.
Look, it's another.
Oh
Hey,
my
my
God.
friend.
I'm grooming her right now. So,
Wow.
Jesus.
All right,
Alright.
so once I've got Kosha alone in there,
Mhm.
Good Lord.
I'm basically going to start grilling her, ask her, well, just have her tell me initially, okay, what information do you know?
Try the mesquite grill.
The information. I mean, when I went to the order, I snuck in a back way, and I came upon this pool, rather disturbing pool. and I saw someone come out of it and leave, and yeah, I filled the vial from there. I did not want to go any further in that order with the I mean, a pool of blood. I mean, I don't want to be involved.
Very well. Can you describe the person who you saw exit the pool?
Wearing a swimsuit.
Short, wearing a swimsuit. No, very short, female. She had all kinds of baubles and things like in her hair and on a robe that she was wearing.
Okay. Did you happen to see anyone else while you were in the temple?
No. That's when I just kind of was like, maybe this will work and hope for the best and get the heck out of Dodge. I don't. Blood things are, yeah, no. And with that much in one location, yeah, I don't want my blood to be part of that.
How did you get hired for this job?
Well, it wasn't very specific when I said yes to the job, and then I found out the specifics. That's the last time I'm going to do that.
Well, that is wise, but how were you originally contacted and asked to do the job?
Well, there was a gentleman that every now and then comes through and helps some of us less fortunate folks or not a gentleman, a lady come through, and she helps some of us less fortunate to do odd jobs and make money and things like that. And I said yes.
Was that Lady Gira or was it someone else?
Oh no, it was someone else. It was someone by the name of Sylvia.
Is that someone I know?
Recognize this name?
I don't know. It depends on if Kadef sends it to you.
Okay.
Right now, it's a private conversation.
Yeah, I understand that. I just for further reference.
Maybe. I don't know.
Is it someone that I know or I've heard of?
It is definitely not somebody you know at all.
Okay. Then I'll think to ask Forsyth about it later. So this lady came to you and offered you a job. What did she say? That she just needed blood from the pool in the temple, or did she actually specify that she needed Elijah's blood?
Well, after I said yes to the job, she took me someplace else, and that's where I met Lady Gira. And that's when she did a little hocus pocus thingy, and then told me the job specifics. And she asked specifically for the words were a vial containing Elijah Corvani's blood.
And why did you think his blood might be in that pool?
I don't know. I saw somebody come out of it, and I was just hoping for the best.
But I'm assuming that you know that he is part of that temple?
Yes, she told me he was part of that temple.
Interesting.
I don't Let's see if I can look it up.
When we get back to the city, there are people who are going to want to probably ask you more questions. But first, I'm going to have you show me how you got into the temple.
Can I? Okay.
But I promise we will not harm you if you cooperate, and you may be asked to swear some different oaths to not share information that you have. So be prepared for that.
Kadeth, you know that you're picking up on insight. She has more knowledge than she's letting on.
So
I had to see
with
what your
that,
passive insight was. I didn't want to ask.
yeah, I can't really look it up right now.
Yeah.
So what else is there that you know? It's better if you just tell me willingly now than if you wait until we get back and my masters learn that you haven't been completely truthful.
Okay. I know the woman that I saw leave the pool. I didn't see her just leave. I saw her enter too.
Okay.
Before she entered, she sliced open her hand and dripped some of her own blood down in there. And then she went in. I waited there for hours. I nobody can hold their breath that long. I don't. Then I saw her come up, and then I just got the vial and just got out of there because, quite frankly, I wasn't going any deeper into that temple to see if I could find Elijah Corvani. I don't know what he's wrapped up in, but wait, you're from that order too. I don't know what you guys do.
Well, there are likely.
There's what?
Sorry,
broke
can you
up.
still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
switching to
now.
my headset because I just got home.
Oh, gotcha.
There are likely many things you do not understand, and that is probably a good thing because there are many things that others would find disturbing and many people would not understand even if they knew, because there are many beliefs that are held among different organizations.
Yeah, you cut out, dear. Honey, if you're still talking, I can't hear you through Discord. He said, "Give me a second."
Seconds up.
Right? Second's over.
I love it when people say a moment because a moment is only 100th of a second.
It's even shorter.
Yeah.
He'll probably hop on his computer.
Proper term was be momentarily, but
Yes. Momentarily.
All right. Sorry about that.
All right, there we go. Yeah, you cut out as you were walking into the room, if you can remember where that was at.
Well, I was just telling her that there are many beliefs that orders such as mine and groups such as mine have that are not shared among the general public and that many would not understand. So it is okay that you don't understand things. But if you choose to learn more about it, which I certainly would not be against, since you already know certain things, we can discuss that at some point, and it may provide you with a more stable living environment as well.
I mean, stable's not bad, but I kind of like my life.
Well,
I mean,
that's all right
aside
too.
from things like this.
Well, and maybe with some additional wisdom, you might be able to avoid these kind of situations in the future.
True.
And you're sure that's all you know?
That is all I know,
Is she telling me the truth?
as far as you can tell. Yeah.
Okay. Very well. For now, speak of none of none of what we have talked about to anyone until we get to the temple. And I will have you speak with my master, Erwin, and possibly the woman you saw enter the pool. They may be able to answer questions without revealing things that should not be revealed. But also, I'm sure they will have questions for you.
I will do this.
That's all I ask.
I will do this.
Now, why don't you go tell the others they can come in now?
All right. Kosha will poke her head out the door. The bubble. I don't know.
And
What kind of shape is Alina Minstami at?
the door, probably. I'm gonna go sit in a corner somewhere and just basically pray and think.
All right. Okay.
See if the Raven Queen reveals anything that I need to know or anything like that.
Okay. The rest of you see Kosha kind of poke her head out and tell you guys it's safe to come in. She feels really weird telling you guys it's safe to come in because, like, it's like, this is your bubble. Why am I telling you this?
he says he's finished grilling me.
I'm done being interrogated.
It's okay, Kosha. You're just letting us know it's okay to come back in.
So she will. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to our Kofik there. Seeker, I think, ended up getting called for work or from work.
Mm-hmm.
So
and I stepped away
off
from
for a
my
minute.
desk And when I turned my video back on, it's never come back on the stream.
Interesting. That would be Joe's fault. Oh no.
That would be Joe's fault.
How is that my fault?
It's all Joe's fault.
Did you hear?
No, what?
When I stepped away from my desk and turned off my video for a moment, my video never came back on the live stream.
It's not back on in Discord either.
Oh,
I
it is
see
for
her in
me.
Discord.
I see her.
It
Interesting.
is
See, it
Joe's
is
fault.
Joe's fault.
Huh, but let me disconnect and reconnect. Okay, there. Now it's working now.
All right. So yeah,
There we are.
now we just all need to turn. And when you're ready, dear, turn on your video too.
I will.
When you get yourself together.
When
After I go get some food, 'cause I'm starving.
when Kosha comes out to tell us that it's safe to go inside, Fix will be like, "Oh my God, he didn't kill you! Great!" And he'll like give her a big ol' hug, and then he'll just walk past her.
She's gonna be like,
I will
What's
make a
wrong with
visual.
you
I
people?
will grin.
"You are the strangest people I have ever met."
People now.
Oh,
And then he'll go and he'll start roasting marshmallows.
all right.
And when you get in there, you just see me sitting in a corner with my eyes closed, obviously thinking.
I will pull out a bedroll and lay down.
All righty.
It is late, and I am going to go to sleep.
All righty.
Fix will look to Kadeth and consider telling him that the bathroom is somewhere else because he looks a little bit constipated, but decides against it.
Cadet doesn't even open his eyes. He just raises an eyebrow.
Forsyth will go for a walk, or actually ask Kosha if she wants to go for a walk and talk.
You're your 3-foot halfling self, right?
Right now, more like it's 3.5 anyway. More like about a.
Sorry, I forgot the 6
Well,
inches.
that's what she would know me as.
Exactly. That's why I was asking if that's who
Yeah.
you were presenting as.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have unformed and just
Okay.
just so she's comfortable.
Okay. All right. Yeah, she will join you. She was like, finally, somebody I know,
Some sanity.
Somebody normal. Oh,
somebody normal, coming from Kosha.
And I will start gently asking questions, how she's doing, how she got into this, if there's anything she really needs help with understanding.
What strange company you keep these days, Forsyth?
Yeah, out of necessity. And you know what they say, necessity is a mother. I mean, it's the mother of all invention.
Yes. She will let you know that that she's doing. She says, "I'm doing great." Well, aside from the obvious.
Yeah.
Before that, I was doing fine, and still keeping up with stuff in the guild there. I will be warning the others about Sylvia, and to be wary of the job she brings.
That's comprehensible.
You will recognize the name Sylvia. She
Okay.
has come off and on all the time with a couple of higher paying jobs. I mean, it's more than pickpocketing, and it's it's paying jobs to fetch items, to travel with items, to sometimes to cat burglar, to get certain items, things like that. She's kind of a middleman, and you've probably taken a job from her before. Just, just a random little burglary burglary. Wow, that's hard for me to say.
That's why
just
you're saying it, not me.
right. Oh my gosh. But you've taken a job from her and got some money and whatnot. She tends to do a lot of odd jobs. Very rarely does she have a repeat customer kind of thing. But she is completely a middleman. For the one job that you did with her, she did not introduce you to the person that wanted the item.
My job is just to obtain items.
Right, and give them to her, and then she passes them on. But so you do recognize the name. It's every now and then you've heard of people being introduced to the person who wants the job done, but it's rare. It's a rare occurrence.
But I'll ease her mind as to the purpose of my acquaintances here and what we're doing versus what it may seem like we're doing. To help her to understand we're not the bad guys here, mostly, and
mostly,
and we have her best interest at heart.
Yeah.
Yes, I do, and but we're trying to do what's right, despite the fact that things might not always appear that way.
Well, I mean, did manage to get me out of a pickle. Fortunately, I'm not completely out of it yet. I have to go talk to the Order of Balance now.
That's okay. If you you can trust my friend Kadeth. He is very wise, very caring, even if he seems rough around the edges sometimes. He does have to meet the requirements of his order, but you could always ask him to let you take me with you if you need to, and even if they don't allow it, there are ways. We'll discuss those later, if need be.
Well, we might discuss them later.
Okay. But anyway,
if you say I can trust this man, then
I trust him, even though he's tried to arrest us at times.
Well, this is true. The Order of Balance does let us go pretty easily sometimes.
Yeah. So he's got a lot of bite, but don't let him scare you. He's got your good at heart.
All right. I will trust him then.
And then I'll walk back with her, just asking her about her impressions of the bad lady and has she's seen any of our other acquaintances across her travels.
Evangeline isn't a bad lady.
Not that one.
She will tell you, Lady Guerra is scary on her good day. I would hate to see her on a bad day.
I hope to one day.
Yeah. She's scary. And as far as others from Thrice, I haven't really run across too many from, our guild. Not on this travel, anyway. Only in Thrice. Most of our guild stays close to Thrice. Which is, at this point, I'm beginning to think is probably a good idea.
I would imagine so.
The one time I decide to leave Thrice, then yeah, got myself in a pickle.
These things happen.
Yeah. No, I forgot. So, yeah. Yeah, Lady Guerra is scary. And one of her guards is hyper observant. Like, I'm beginning to think he could hear the pin drop from a mile away. Crazy.
Okay, that'll end my conversation with her.
You guys walk back in and have a seat.
I think if Kadath had heard you say what you did about him to her, he would have thought you were possessed.
Or sick.
He is the gentle giant.
Did he?
Or
Did
controlled by someone,
did he just find out that he's only got a week to live or something?
right?
Who?
Forsyth for saying nice
Forsyth.
things.
Saying nice things about Kadath? I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, maybe it was something wrong, but I've kind of grown used to him.
Did he eat
know,
something
like-
weird?
Like when
did
you get
he-
a fungus or a mole, you know, you grow used to it.
You just live with it sometimes.
When they come back in, Fix will offer them toasted marshmallows.
Hopefully we'll accept.
What? No graham crackers and
Okay.
chocolate?
He'll lift up the little tray of graham crackers and chocolate. Like, you're not very
I want
observant,
s'more.
You're never observant.
I gotta go get my marshmallows. I actually have some here. We buy huge bags of them.
I've got
I like
some marshmallows and graham crackers right there. Just don't have any chocolate bars.
I
We're
got
gonna need
chocolate.
some
I
chocolate
don't
bars.
have
I'll
any.
be there next
We
week.
can't get graham crackers here.
Why not?
They don't have them.
Huh. Interesting.
How do you make s'mores?
You don't.
It's an American thing.
It is a very
Yeah.
much American thing. But it seems like
I
they would
don't-
still have some kind of cinnamon-based cracker or something.
Do I
They
need
have
to mail
all
you a
kinds of
box?
crackers. I don't know if
Yeah.
Canada has s'mores or not.
I don't know.
After a little while,
Hey, if you're from Canada and you're watching, let us know.
right?
I
Yeah.
have a friend from Canada who's watching, so
Oh, there you go. Let us know. Do you have s'mores?
I'll let you know when she lets me know.
After a little while, I'll open my eyes, probably see everybody in there, and I'll actually go over to Forsyth. Forsyth.
Oui, monsieur.
Kosha mentioned a name, and I don't remember what the name was. Sylvia or something. Silva. I don't know.
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Is that a name that you recognize?
Yeah, I recognize. She's sort of like a go-between for those who want items that they don't necessarily want to pay for, but they don't know who to hire to get them for them.
Ah, so she's a combination fence and yeah, okay.
She's a booker.
Yeah,
She's a fixer.
Booker, fence, fixer.
She's a fixer. That's true. She's a fixer.
She's a talent scout.
That would
There
be
you
the
Talent scout.
the normal job title.
I,
Okay. Well,
for her, that's what Kosha and I were. Talent. We were very good at what we did.
might see if we can find her at some point when we get back to the city. Because I think the order might have some questions for her.
Seems appropriate.
So, I'll kind of look at the whole group at this point. Did anyone else learn anything interesting while they were inside?
I learned that Lady Gira has one hell of setup with her iron flesh. Goes all the way from up here on her neck, all the way down to her butt. And he kind of blushes when he says that.
Okay then.
Let me guess.
I
Vic,
will-
You're really hoping for that maiden's kiss again, huh?
No, I wanted her
Or whatever
armor.
it was called.
No, I wanted
I
her
will-
armor.
Roll over, since I've been laying on my bedroll. Cadet, her iron flesh on her backbone gives her extra ability when she's doing things that are physical,
So it's
Like-
giving her
acrobatics and athletics and
some strength and dexterity.
I'm pretty sure it makes it harder to hit in a fight.
Probably.
Was that a good way to put that?
But her armor.
I have a feeling.
I don't know that I've ever seen craftsmanship like that.
I have a feeling between her, that mage, and one of those guards that. Well, let's just say I think it was a good thing we were able to resolve this somewhat peacefully.
I think we should watch our backs
And our
Oh, I
fronts.
agree fully.
and our lefts and rights.
And our ups and downs.
And
He
our
looks-
insides and out.
Yes. Yes. I don't know how we're going to watch our insides, but yes, sure.
All the other dimensions were taken.
Oh, should we watch other dimensions, other planes of existence?
Probably.
But I have a feeling that she's going to call in that favor, and I need to be ready to figure it out. To fix it. Yes.
Wait, is Rob away at the moment?
He left.
Oh, yeah.
He got a phone call. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I can only assume that Seeker would share what he heard.
Yeah, he
said
already
he
said
did.
he shared it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
basically, he heard that they've got other people on the job.
Yeah. Basically. Or, calling in other people or, I don't know, maybe other favors or something. Who knows?
Maybe we should go talk to this Celia person. Or, well, did Fix know about the Celia person? What all has Cadet shared?
Oh,
I
Yeah,
haven't
you-
heard
Yeah.
anything.
he hasn't shared anything
Oh.
except that
I asked about that person.
he did
to
ask about that
Forsyth
person
Habitat.
to Forsyth, so you probably would have heard him mention that name, Sylvia.
We should probably go talk to her. And I should probably talk to my mother.
Yes, it appears your mother may be more assistance than we thought at some point.
We can see.
Yeah, you may have just thrown her under the bus.
It's okay. She loves me.
I have a feeling it's not her first time being thrown under a bus.
No, she's
Or
still
in
trying
our
to figure
case,
out the
maybe it was
sword
under the paddy wagon.
under the paddy
Under
wagon.
the
Yeah.
wagon.
Yeah, if you don't remember, he kind of threw her under the bus with the sword too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you guys still don't know who actually wanted the sword.
It was probably Lady Gira.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but she's not even the one that wants the blood.
Lady
Yes, she
Gira?
is.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Lady Gira. Yeah.
didn't she say she was getting it for someone else?
No,
No.
the sword. Fix's mother was getting the sword for somebody else, and you don't know who that was.
Right, but didn't
lady-
Lady Gira say she was getting the blood for someone
She
else?
said she was a collector.
Oh, okay.
He is a collector. Oh yeah, Fix would have, I'm assuming, shared that information when you guys got back together. Yes, Lady
was
Gira
gonna
said
put
she
it
was a
In the
collector.
vault.
Okay. I think I missed that last week.
It was going to be part of her collection. Yes.
I was trying to mostly ignore the things that I wasn't part of, since I
Which
was
is
not
fine.
even inside the keep.
Which makes it very important when you go, you know what, I'm going to share that information with everybody.
Uh-huh.
Please
You
share
guys
it.
hear me?
Hey,
Yes.
there you are.
Okay, sorry about that. I couldn't.
Oh.
When your boss calls,
Okay.
you kind of got to answer.
Are
Yeah,
you
that's all
sh-
good.
I get that.
Are you
I
on
get
video,
that.
Rob?
Yeah, I can see myself.
You can't see him, can you?
Nope.
Can you
I
see
can see
Force
him.
Five?
Nope.
Yeah, 'cause they
came
both-
back on.
Off and back on.
Here,
Oh wait, there it is. What happened?
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
they came back
Oh,
on.
no.
here, I'm turning my camera on, but I've got the cover over it, so
Okay.
it's just a black
There you
screen
go.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Just
Because
have
I'm
a
still
black
eating.
screen.
You've never looked better.
Wow. That's coming from your dad. That's
You know,
hard.
I tried to tell a bunch of 6th graders today that I looked funny, and they said, "No, you don't."
Wow.
So that felt really good.
Oh man.
All right, so I think that's. I mean, I don't know of anything else I need to discuss about it at this point. Till we get back to Thrice.
All right.
Thrice.
Christ.
I will roll over and try to get at least some sleep.
Well, before that, did we do what we came here to accomplish, which is stop her from sharing whatever she was supposed to not share? Did that happen?
Yes.
Yes, although
Okay.
the knowledge that there might be others who have the same information makes it
So my conversation I heard did mean something. Okay.
yes.
The other thing,
I
has
think it might
anybody
be
looked at the
urgent to get
tarot
back.
card?
I have not looked at it yet, but I will go ahead and pull it out and take a
Yeah,
look at it.
Seeker will mention that.
Okay. You will still see the rogue in a more submissive position, but the background of the card itself is now red
What was it
instead
before?
of blue. It was
And what's-
blue.
And what's the normal color of the card?
Red.
Okay, so the background has changed, but the foreground
There's more
figure
to
has
do.
not.
Yeah, there's more to do.
The position,
I think,
the position and demeanor of the thief has not changed.
yeah.
No.
What do you want? Shut up.
I think,
Attention, of
Oh,
course.
No food in this case.
I don't know that we're going to be able to find the other sources of information here. But I think if we go back to Thrice, we have a possibility of it at least.
And let's do that.
We don't have any way to
Well,
travel quicker than by foot, horse, and boat at this point, right?
Well, we haven't tapped into the resources of the main town. Maybe there's a teleportation or something that can be had.
Might be worthwhile.
Or we could turn into fish again and swim into the out of place,
Although-
out of time city.
The only problem we'll run into there
is
at
running
the
into
town
ourselves.
is we need to make sure to get there
Before we got there.
preferably a day after we got there.
Oh, a day after we got there.
Yeah. Because at the moment, if we head straight back there, we'll be getting there a day before we got there. or 2 days before we got there, I think.
It was a 2-day journey here,
Yeah.
a 2-day journey. Yep.
So we'll be getting
About
back
spot
there
on.
2 days before we got there.
Well, if the
So
transportation is quick enough, we can get there and leave before we ever arrive. Again.
I have a thought for this.
Fix, you're getting a headache again.
Well, but I don't want to run into anybody that we ran into before that might remember us, because that could screw things up also. So, how about if we send Forsyth in a different form from that which he was when we first got there? He can ask around about teleportation,
Yeah.
and then we can go in under cover of dark, or find a way into the city where we won't run into anybody that we talked to before.
So, Kadeth, I want to make sure you understand. Lady Gira was not after the information.
Oh, I know.
Okay, so we don't need to protect the information anymore. So from Lady Gira, I don't believe, unless she has now decided to go after the information. But she's still going to go for your fellow worshippers' blood.
Yes, I have
which
a
is
feeling
much
she'll-
easier to protect.
Yeah, I think she'll still be going after Master Elijah's blood, but I think now that I know what she's wanting, there are those within the order that may have better ways to help protect that, or at least track down those who may have it if they have other vials. So that's why I kind of want to get back to Thrice as quickly as possible. I think that's the easiest way to protect it from other sources.
I agree with you, Kadeth.
What?
I agree with you.
Oh.
It's fitting. It's the middle of the night. She's yawning.
Well, we should all get some sleep and make our way back to the city as quickly as possible in the morning.
Okay.
We leave at first light.
Oh, that's too early.
We plan at dawn.
I
If you
guess at
complain-
dawn we plan.
If you complain, we'll leave before first light.
Oh no.
Well, I have a rope.
I think
I'm going to tie myself to your back and you can carry me while I sleep.
What do I look like, a horse? That's Forsyth's job.
I think in the middle of all of that, did you get some good news, Rob?
Yes, I did.
Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
That's
fist
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
I have really good insight.
Yeah.
Rhonda does. Angeline doesn't.
Doesn't.
Evangeline doesn't give a crap.
That's
All right.
funny.
All right.
I told Jody that this afternoon.
All right. So you sleep, you get a long rest. If you haven't marked it on your
Yay.
character, go ahead and do so. And in the morning, you set off for Weirfall.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to take you 2 days. Anything in particular you wish to do or discuss during those 2 days?
Are we?
Not me.
Fix.
I got nothing.
Okay. We're traveling on foot.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's our
Well,
only option at the
alignment.
I
moment.
mean, on foot, unless
Deal.
Forsyth changes or Fix decides to
going
ride
to-
Kadeth. I don't
Probably going to, I'm going to talk to Kosha and reveal that I can change shape. I will change into a warhorse. and give her a ride so that she doesn't have to walk all that way.
Yeah,
First 3
she
hours.
she will appreciate the ride for the first 3 hours, and you can see on her face all of the things that's running through her head, like, oh, if I could do this, that would be like wonderful.
Oh, the things that I
all
could
the
steal.
things I could take. She thinks it's the most marvelous thing ever.
Yeah, there are better shapes than horses, but horses are great for this.
Yep.
I think at our nighttime travel, we sit at the campfire, eat dinner. Evangeline, I will broach the subject. The escapade at Lady Gira's feast was a bit of a
Clusterfuck.
yes. We kind of went in with no plan, and
it seemed to work out.
Luckily,
I can't talk though.
It could have easily not worked
You
out.
hear the
though.
horse neigh.
I'm a bit hoarse.
Yes, I agree, horse. I think it could have easily not worked out, is the problem.
it
Yes,
could have
I-
very easily not worked out.
Yes.
All honestly, I was ready to put Tosha on Forsyth's back and push him out the window.
And then she would have died. Not from the fall.
From the spring.
Luckily, Tosha saw
Spring.
sense enough to tell me a little bit of what was going on so that I did not do that.
I'm sorry. I missed that last part.
Oh, I said luckily, Tosha saw and had sense enough to share so that I did not force her out.
Yes. Well, while I acknowledge the fact that there are situations in which we can't plan for, I think that the key thing is to not rush off and jump into battle without telling everybody. And he looks at Forsyth. So that we can determine if that's a good idea or a bad idea as a group. And that we're not all left to making on-the-spot decisions that may or may not work.
It's also probably better to try to stick together as a group, and I'll look at Fix.
I was there, but I'm not going to fight a bunch of people just because the bear goes in.
I think he meant
Well,
the trip with Lady
sticking
Kira.
together as a group and not running off with strange women who have way too much armor.
But how else would we have gotten in?
Well, if you had gotten all of us with you.
But the bear! And you were there fighting, like, doing weird magic stuff, and they saw Seeker as well. Like, me and Evangeline were the only ones that they didn't know.
The bear was gone.
The only magic I did was... The only obvious magic that I did that would have been obvious to anyone who knows what was going on was in ways that kept Kosha safe.
You were still being suspicious.
Except for the fact that Da Vinci, whatever his name is.
Da Vinci.
Everybody gets new names. He did realize that you were casting magic.
Right.
And,
has a communication problem.
yeah, and that you were luring Kosha away.
On a battlefield, we would be picked apart, separated, divided, and conquered. We need
But
to do
remember-
more, better.
They never saw me before they saw the bear.
True.
That is true.
And
Yes.
they never saw you in your usual form after the bear.
Right. Right. So all they saw was the bear. And the fact was, I apologize, I was acting on impulse because a friend was in danger.
She wasn't in danger.
From my perspective, she was.
Well,
They just
either
didn't
way,
want her to walk off with some weird little creature.
Heard and acknowledged.
Like why they were trying to keep her from being lured away into the Wicked Witch's house to be devoured or something. Like they didn't know what this thing was.
Well, water being under the bridge and all, we do need to travel. And moving forward, I think prudence dictates that we come up with a plan before we do anything, and definitely not separate the party. That's just good military sense by itself.
And I think
You know, of all
if we
time,
can find communication methods that can work at more of a distance, that may be helpful.
Well, my magic is limited, and it takes a pretty powerful spell to do such a thing. I don't know if anyone else has any ability.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of something similar to sending stones, but if there's... maybe we can find something that works like that, but for a larger group.
That we didn't look for that when we were in the city, out of time, out of place. Could have probably got them very cheaply, as I did most of the items I have now.
It's certainly something we can look into at other times.
Wait, don't
And
we
maybe
have a
if we
means?
visit there again.
We do have a means to contact the gentleman who plane shifted us here, isn't that right?
No.
If I remember correctly, no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Damn it. Well, let's find a way to Thrice. It's funny, it'll be the third time we're going there. Do you get the comedy of that?
Oh,
Thrice we had been in
Contact
thrice.
Well,
You
Will
continue
you
to
just start-
travel. You're gonna get there.
Yeah.
well, we'll just travel. Let's just go. I want to leave this place
Yeah.
anyway.
Get to Weird
Oh, I
Fall.
thought we were traveling.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were
Okay.
stopped for the night.
Right,
Yeah,
so
I
we're
figured this was probably
Wyoming, yeah.
conversation when we're stopped.
yeah.
You said we got our full rest, so we should be able to go, right?
Yep.
So you reach the edge of Weirfall. Forsyth is going to go into Weirfall and see if there's location teleportation. Echo
why not?
location. I don't know.
Some kind
There
of
you go.
teleportation that's
Some-
faster than a boat.
That's faster than a boat on a river.
He's gonna find out a boot.
Faster than a speeding bullet.
The dust boot.
We could just wait
Correct.
until we exit the boat and leave, and then go back to the boat and tell them we changed our mind. Would they take us home?
no.
Well,
Well, for a price.
yeah. I mean, at this point, that is a secondary option. But let's see if we can find teleportation, because that's still 2 days away.
That's true.
No time like the present.
So,
All right.
Forsyth, do your best.
Do
I
your
will do
thing.
my best.
Kosha will stay with the rest of the group. Forsyth,
Good idea.
See,
you walk into Weirfall as a
5.5 foot tall elf.
all right. People do give you looks. You know, the elves aren't too common. You begin to make some inquiries on some magic shops and things of that nature, or Numenera shops, or anything that would allow you some supernatural ability to travel. In essence,
Even a
You do
scroll.
come upon what?
Even a scroll would work.
Yeah, even a scroll would work. You do come upon a gentleman by the name of Keoth who says, "Yeah, that can be arranged. I believe we have something here." And he will go back and he'll kind of shuffle through some things, and he'll pull out. It looks like a scroll. I don't know. What is the second level? It is a second level. No, I don't know what teleportation is.
Teleportation
Fifth level.
is 5th level.
It's 5th level.
Yep.
Cool. He says,
It's 4,000 according to Kasoon.
yeah. He says, I can sell you the scroll for
$1 million. No, just kidding.
100
Three-
million.
3,000. However, if I have been there before, depending on where you want to go, I may be able to get you there for 10 gold a person.
We can do 10 gold a person.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Thrice.
Thrice. Okay, yes, I have been to Thrice. I can get you just outside of Thrice.
Okay. That'll work for us.
How many is in your party?
6
Six.
of us.
6. Yes, that can be arranged. I can do that.
Okay.
What time would you like to leave?
How about first thing in the morning?
Okay. I can be at the shop by a half an hour before sunrise. Ish.
Okay, we will do our best to be here then.
All right. Very well then. I will see you then. And he takes the
Everybody
scroll.
take 10 gold off their inventory.
All right.
Forsyth will come back and share the information.
Oh.
Is it a half hour or is it not? Like when? Half hour ish.
Half hour before sunrise.
Right. Ish.
Let's plan on being at the shop 15 minutes before sunrise. That way it'll give him time to set things up and, you know.
Done. I just gave 10 gold to Forsyth willingly.
Oh no, the world is
That
ending.
should tell you how badly I want to leave this freaking town.
Please take my money.
Yeah, yeah.
For now, we can go
Even
into
if you're
town.
lying, it's worth the thought of possibly leaving.
For now, we can go into town and find things that we want to.
Well, let's look at the
do our
sending
purchase.
stone stuff. Yeah,
We can't go in town. That's why we didn't go in
Why?
town originally. We don't want to interact with people that may interact with our future selves and
Right.
cause a
But
paradox of time.
but I can go back into town.
You
It's
can.
an
Right.
item I want to
Yeah.
purchase.
Yes.
If you
Maybe
could
you
look
can-
into sending stone, sir, that would be very helpful.
I will,
But
I will do that. It might be the same shop.
the vast majority of my coin was spent in the city out of time, so I
Maybe
don't have
something that's like sending stones but works for a group. If there's anything that exists of that nature.
I will
Well-
look into that, and we will see.
Well, sending stones are 2K. I don't know what a group sending would be.
Well,
Yeah,
it's still
I
worth
don't have,
finding
I
out.
don't have 2K on me.
I don't know that many, if any of us, have 2K.
I
But
don't think anybody would.
I think we're doing the research and finding out if it exists
Yeah.
is not a bad idea.
Then I will go ahead and take care of that. I will go to the some of the local shops and see what they have. I will also look for, and if I can purchase, an elven cloak. Not sure how much that would cost.
I have no idea. You have to look at Kasum because that's how much it would be. In Weirfall, though, it might be hard to find an elven cloak.
Because they don't like elves.
Well, nobody likes elves.
Yeah, nobody likes elves. Weirfall, it would be difficult to find an elven cloak.
Okay, I'll wait till I get to Thrice then to look for that, but I will look for other things.
All right. You talk to. You go back to Chaos. And you talk to him for a little bit. He lets you know that there is a gentleman that he believes will be in Thrice in their next market. His name is Torak. He will be your best bet for something of that nature for communication between you and your group. It will not be as powerful as a distance communication. It would be more of, within 120 feet, or it might be a little bit longer, but it would open up some communication among you and your group if you are not standing next to each other. That is for sure.
Okay.
When Forsyth's going into town, Fix would ask him to pick up a couple yards of leather and some twine.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
Planning
some
on
nails.
arts and crafts.
And some nails and some screws. Like, he'll give you a list of items.
Right.
And like
Here,
15,
go buy
20
this.
gold.
And some money for him.
Yeah.
Right, planning on some arts and crafts, Fix?
I'm going to build a forge.
Okay.
He says it like pure serious, like I'm building a forge. It'll fit in my bag of holding, and then I can take it out when we're camping, and I can do forging.
All right, more power to you.
Seeker's going to hate him because all through the night, all you're going to hear is clang, clang, clang.
Tink, 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 tink.
You do realize
tink.
I'm a cleric and I can cast silence, right?
That's a good thing. If he doesn't have it, he can have it soon.
Well, even better for
Fortune
me.
Silence. That's awesome. I never even really thought about that. That's a good plan. So yes, he gave you a name to look for in Thrice, that he believes that gentleman will be in Thrice at market.
Okay. I will also take any, how shall I put it, given opportunities to reduce our costs.
Roll me a persuasion. I mean,
no,
the
I'm
10
not-
gold is sitting.
No, he's
Nothing-
going
I
the
meant-
other route.
I'm going the other
Oh,
route.
the other
What?
route. Gotcha. Roll me your sleight of hand.
Nothing quite like a nice way to say, I'm going to steal.
I broke
He's
a
gonna
nail.
He's going to
Relocate.
redistribute the wealth.
I have
I-
not swung my staff in like a month, it feels like.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
I broke a nail.
All this
Broken
talking
nail.
and stealing.
All right. You attempt, but somebody just kind of looks at you and kind of shrugs you off or whatever. You don't really get anything. You jam your fingers in their pouches.
It happens.
I did not see your pouch there.
It's not like you're a trained rogue.
Right, it isn't. I
It's
still got a
true.
+10.
Yeah, you've still got a pretty good, decent +2.
Just but when
all
you
right.
roll a 1, it's not gonna come out good.
Right.
Nothing good can come of that.
Nothing good comes from that. So you rest the night. About 30 minutes before sunrise, you start to wake up. Everybody starts to wake up. 15 minutes before sunrise, you're making your way into Weirfall. There's not a whole lot of people up at this hour. So
That's the idea.
yeah, you're a little less inclined to run into people. You make it to the shop. Forsyth introduces you and lets lets the shop owner, Kira, know that this is his group. And he has a teleportation circle laid out. He fills in the final glyph and says, "Go. You'll be outside of Weirfall." Man, it's just like a loop all over again. You're
So-
you're you're outside of Thrice.
I don't want to pay all that money to stay here.
Right? Oh my goodness. All right, so you are outside of Thrice. If we want to take a 5-minute break, because I do need to go, we can do so now, because you're standing outside of Thrice
All right.
at the moment.
Okay.
And it's
Sweet.
morning.
Yeah, and it is morning. Yeah.
All right. We are transitioned over.
Jeff Dunham. It says, "Here's your sign," with the negative sign.
And
That's
we're back.
Bill Engvall, actually. Wait, I didn't do it right. Actually,
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 Actually.
I hate
Wait,
that.
are we
sorry.
back?
we're back.
Yeah, we are.
back.
Okay.
We are. Sorry.
Yes, we are all goofing off.
Hi, everybody.
We're a little strange.
A little.
We are.
I'm being
Oh,
generous.
More than that.
All
All
right.
right. You are standing
So-
outside of Thrice. Thrice does look like it's fairly busy. It looks like it's already a market day.
So wait a
Um,
minute. We got teleported for 10 gold each.
Yeah.
No tricks, no fluff. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he was being a straight shooter.
Okay, we'll remember that guy and give him business in the future.
Totally reevaluating my perception of Forsyth right now.
Well, and also we'll have to remember that shop because
Oh, heck yeah.
that guy just treated us really well.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm making
As
sure
soon
that
as our other
Kosha is
selves
with me.
Get out of there.
and
Right.
I'm heading straight for the temple,
All right. You're heading straight for the temple.
making sure
Um,
Kosha is right there with me.
Kosha is following you. I'm sure Forsyth is also following you.
Yes.
Fix most likely is following you because, you know, he tends to
Usually
pop
does.
into your temple with you.
Yep.
Seeker and Evangeline, are you working on following Kadeth or are you going to stay out? Are you going to investigate Torak and see if he has
I've been
things?
charged with assisting Evangeline, so I'm going wherever she's going.
All right.
Torak? Wait a minute.
The one that might have some devices that you guys can communicate a little bit better without
Come
being
on,
next to each
Seeker.
other.
Let's go get these communication things.
Yeah, let's go send the 8 charisma people to get communication devices. That sounds right. Okay, let's go.
We need
I bet
help.
we can.
Um,
I bet we can get a
help.
really good deal.
I bet.
uh,
I bet.
Evangeline, Seeker, do you want me to go with you?
For what?
So
If
you
want
don't
to
get
come
charged
along, you
double?
come along.
So you don't get
I
charged
never get-
double?
I never get charged double.
That you know.
All I have to do is this, and he stands very menacingly and puts his hand on his mace. That
We all
changes
start
people's
laughing.
demeanor very quickly.
Yeah, Fix. Why don't you go with him? I think we'll be okay at the temple.
Okay. Yep, gonna go with them.
Yes.
Um,
My hand in my pocket, but nobody knows what that means. So.
Death and his traveling bear will be fine.
Yes.
And I have to pay for my construct to get teleported with us.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot,
Technically
yeah.
not a person.
Oh, but it
Not a person. He said per person.
that's true. He did say per person.
Technically.
Technically.
Technicality.
Buckley got off on a technicality. He will choose his words better the next time.
You're gonna
I
have to
think his
pay
wo-
for your companion. Actually, you said per person. This is not a person.
Actually, I think I'm gonna make the rules now.
Oh my goodness. All right, you guys go in search of Torak. He's not too hard to find. When you mention having gotten his name from Kairoth, I'm sure. I mean, I don't want to interact necessarily shopping. Go ahead. Whoever is going to do the talking needs to roll a persuasion check.
Fix
You
rule.
can
We
do
actually have
it.
plus 2 to this.
Even
You
if
can't-
I tell him the order of truth requires his assistance in
Yes.
this matter.
Yes. Roll me a persuasion check.
I actually
You
have
made-
plus 2.
Well, that's good because my persuasion is a +0.
Fixes is a +7.
Oh yeah,
geez.
Fix is here. Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Do I get
It's not like
advantage?
I have anything to say.
Do I get advantage for Seeker standing menacingly?
You do get advantage because they will aid you. A little piece of me wants to say you get disadvantage
Because
Trying to
we're
intimidate a
aiding you.
shopkeeper. How dare
because
you?
you're aiding.
Well,
Because it's a little scared, just a little bit.
I'm going to send this picture here. So you see, damn it, go, open up.
Wait, you rolled with advantage, right?
Yes,
Okay.
and I will.
Did you just roll 220s?
No,
Okay.
I rolled
One and a
120.
20?
No,
A 1 and
120.
a 20.
Twice in my life,
So,
I've had
27.
to roll with disadvantage and got double 20s twice in my life. That
Nice.
was awesome.
Pretty cool. I usually get double ones, so you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 27.
Nice.
27. All right. First, he offers you these 5 messaging devices for 300 gold apiece. He has 5 of them that are connected. With your 27, he will knock that down to only 100 gold apiece.
Wow.
And we make sure they work first, Mr. Fix.
Yes. As long as they work, I think that is more than agreeable.
They should work.
Can I look at it and do an Arcana check?
I was just going to do a detect magic, but go ahead.
You can do that too.
Okay, I will.
They're definitely glowing.
Okay.
They are definitely glowing with the correct type of magic. I don't remember what it is. Is it abjuration? I don't know what it is.
Oh, I believe so.
It's magical magic.
Well, spending is
Magical
evocation, believe it or not.
Well,
Oh, wait, that's
well,
right.
I-
Yeah, evocation.
Oh no, this one is
That's weird.
transmutation.
Okay.
okay, mutation. I rolled a 23 on Arcana.
Okay. You
I
are
rolled a
going.
1 million with detect magic.
You can make out that they are indeed basically will work like the message spell.
Nice.
With the same limitations?
With a 500-foot limitation.
Is this Numenera?
It is a form of Numenera, yes.
Okay. I give Fix 100 gold. Because he made the deal, so he should pay the man.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned.
I collect from Evangeline if she is willing,
I am working on that as we speak.
and I pay
And
him.
remove.
I will pay him the remaining out of my own pocket and expect to be paid back before I hand over the stones.
Is it in D&D
surprise-
Beyond?
It is not actually. I need to put it in there. It's not actually a stone.
It's a little mechanical device that you press
I'm
the
gonna-
side and you go breaker
I'm gonna
breaker one
still-
night.
I'm gonna still
Do
a
they
little
look
bit,
like this.
kind of. I'm gonna still a little bit from Critical Role. They look a little bit more like a hearing aid.
Yeah.
It will lay on your ear. It like wraps around your ear like an ear cuff in essence, or a little, so it'll hang on your ear.
Do we have
And
to
you
have
My new
line of sight of the person like we do in?
one's on Thursday.
No,
Okay.
you just have to know who you're talking to. These are only within each other. Like you can't use it to talk to somebody else who's not connected. It's only within this group of 5. He has these
The
5.
ear
connected.
communicator with 500-foot range.
Yep.
Is that
That's
about right?
Is it
Yeah.
is it open channel amongst the 5 of us, or is it directly to a specific person?
You can alter it to be directly to a specific person, but unless you alter it to do so, it's an open line.
So essentially be like,
Okay.
hey Kath, go to channel
Yeah,
32.
go to channel 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone tunes theirs to channel 32 to listen
Yep.
in.
Then everybody else eavesdrops.
We mute our side so nobody can hear us eavesdropping.
So it does require whispering your communication, of
Mhm.
course. You know, it's not telepathy, it's not anything, it's not mental. It's
You can talk normally too, or whisper, right?
Yeah.
well, yeah, you can talk normally, yeah. But it's something that you actually have to say. You can't think it.
Gotcha.
So if you're trying to be zero noise, that is not the time to use it.
Okay.
So yes, so he does sell that to you in the Market of Thrice, and he thanks you for your business.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
It is a pleasure.
Speaker just nods. Doesn't say anything.
That works. All right. In the temple, you go to the Order of Balance, and you walk in. You see, you will see Erwin and Tatra kind of having a communication a little bit. They're kind of chatting. When they see you walk in, they stop and they look at you, kind of almost expectantly. They were expecting you to be here.
And I'll just motion towards the nearest, room that we could have a little talk in, basically.
Erwin nods, and
It's the nearest cone of silence.
the nearest cone
Yeah.
of silence.
And
Erwin and Tatra will both follow and go in there.
Forsyth, for the beginning of this conversation at least, would you mind staying out here? Well, there are
That-
things that need to be kept secret.
I understand that, but I'm going to leave that up to Kasha.
And I give you my word that nothing will be done to harm her.
I understand that, but if she's not comfortable with it, then I'm not going to do that.
I think she says I think I will be okay. I can go in there. If I need you, I will holler. I will let you know.
And I shall be there in rare form.
In rare form.
Well, that too.
All right. She nods.
So, like albino ferret or something?
Yeah. That can be done.
All right, she follows you in.
All right. I'm sure she recognized Tatra.
She did. She didn't say anything, but she did.
Did she have a reaction when she saw Tatra?
No,
Okay.
she stayed pretty stoic. There's a reason why they call thieves to do certain jobs.
Oh, yeah. So, Master Erwin, Lady Tatra, this is Kosha. She's the one who we found out was somehow sneaking into the temple and gaining information that she shouldn't have and that others shouldn't have. But it appears that more was done beyond that, and that more still may be being done. At this point, what I know of it is that there's a woman by the name of Lady Gira outside of Weirfall who was seeking a vial of blood of Elijah. So Kosha snuck into the temple. Unfortunately, Lady Tatra, she saw you entering a pool of blood and then leave it sometime later. And then took a vial of blood from the pool and was going to give it to Lady Kira, but we managed to somehow work it out to not have her get that. But from what one of our companions found out listening to a conversation, it sounds like there may be more sources of that out there. More people who are bringing that to her.
All right. Well, we will. Tatra speaks, and she says, "We will be diligent." And she kind of just breaks off. Erwin kind of steps up as Tatra shared a vision of others coming into our temple. At least we interpret it as such. This may be what the warning was. We will need to know, and he looks at Kosha, how you got into this temple so as to protect that entrance. There should be no other entrance in here, especially not where you found yourself.
And one other thing. I know some of what happens in the pool. And I can explain more later. But I think there may be more that I need to know. So once we are done with Kosha, I would like to talk to the two of you about that.
Very well. We can do that. I will personally see to whatever questions you may have. Let us find this entrance. And Erwin will walk out, bring Kosha with him. Forsyth, you see them walk out. Erwin kind of nods at you and gives a little smile and says, "You are welcome to follow." He walks out of the temple. He doesn't walk to the pool. He walks out of the temple and around the building, and Kosha shows him where the entrance is, which is not actually next to the building. It's actually down a street through a sewer line. And Erwin takes note of that, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna take care of this immediately. And he'll lead you back to the temple. So yes, he will look at Kosha and say, the information is to be held very close to the chest. Others are not to know the information you know. You are welcome to come to our temple to study, to learn, so that you may understand the knowledge that you have. And she kind of just gives a nod. She's not committed in any way. She just gives a little nod. She's like, I will not deliver that information to anybody. Erwin seems satisfied.
Okay.
Forsyth keeps his mouth shut the whole time.
Well,
not wanting to raise anyone's ire.
Was he wild shaped or something? Because I think that's the only time that happens.
Um,
We don't care enough
I'll-
to send the very best.
You know, well, no, it's the other. It's the thumb in Australia that means the same thing as the middle finger.
well, and in
That's right.
England, it's
Oh, it's that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
what's this?
That's when you don't care enough to send the very best.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and just in case you want to cover everywhere across the world.
Where is that?
I don't know. It's thumb in some places, two fingers in others, just the
Oh,
middle
so you're
finger.
covering all. I get it.
Cover
Now I
them
get
all.
it. Okay.
Cover all of
Thumb
it
on
right
the
there.
hand, that's gold.
So I'll look at Tatra and Erwin. So do you have any other questions you would like to ask her at this point?
No. At this point, we are satisfied.
Okay.
Let her process. She will come to us when she feels the need.
Yes, I believe so. Kosha, know that you are safe here anytime you might need a refuge.
She nods.
Forsyth, would you mind taking her home? Maybe get her something to eat and drink. Give her some time to process things.
Not a problem.
And find out if this Sylvia person is in the city at this point.
Make some inquiries.
And I'll meet up with you and the others in a little bit. Probably in the usual place,
Right.
wherever that is.
So what I
Well,
will
you guys
do-
were meeting at a tavern here. I can't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
remember what it's called at the moment.
I will go to that actual tavern, which
Okay.
is near enough to where my contacts would be. And I will ask how much it would be to put her up for a while. Whether there's a cut rate, say, for getting a month worth of lodging for her, lodging and room and board.
Right. For a month for room and board, I'm going to say 20 gold for a month of room and board.
Not a problem. That's actually fairly inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I will pay for 2 months.
All right. Kosha appreciates it.
So she's
Right.
good for a little while.
That gives her time to find some,
Reevaluate her
useful-
life. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Have some self-reflection.
And I will let her know, find some legitimate source of income, even if you have to go to the temple to get them to train there. Do something that's worthwhile. I realize being a street rat's fun, but the older you get, the harder that gets and more dangerous.
Apparently.
And then I will leave her there, and I will go find the information that I'm searching for.
All right. Okay. Roll me an investigation with advantage because you kind of know how to look for Sylvia because of your
Right.
group.
Again, both come out the same. 15.
All right. With a 15, you do find out that she is indeed in town, and she has been asking for the ability to burgle, to be able to do get in, get out, unseen, leave no trace kind of thing, to procure an item. You don't know what item, and you don't know where, which is common for Sylvia. She's just like, I need these kind of skills, and then she starts kind of looking around at some of the thieves and whatnot.
All right. I will appear like I normally do. I will track her down and say, I hear you're looking for someone who can obtain an item for you.
She says, yes. You have worked
I might-
for me before, right?
Absolutely, more than once. What is the item you're looking for?
I am looking for. It is a. Let me get to my. It is a. There it is. It is a pendant. It looks like a snowflake. It is made of silver. It can be attained in the beyond. Are you willing to go to the beyond? I know it's a
I
fair
might
distance.
be willing if the price is right and if some questions are answered.
Okay. Last known location of this item is actually near the foundation stone.
Okay.
It will be cold. I believe it was in a temple, but it might now be in a city nearby. We're not exactly sure where it's at the moment. So I need your skill set might just come in handy for this. You
Well, my
willing to
skill
per-
set's a lot more than it used to be.
Ah. So success rate would be good. Yes. Are you willing to travel and to go to the beyond near the southern wall?
Well, two questions come to mind. What does this
Yes.
item do? And for whom is this item being obtained?
Now, the for whom wishes to remain anonymous. However, they did give me that this item is of sentimental value. It may hold some channeling properties for certain users of Numenera and or magic, much like a arcane relic or holy symbol or something of that nature of old. It probably has some channeling properties in that manner.
And should unfortunate circumstances happen and I get caught, how dangerous is this item?
To the untrained eye, it would be mundane.
But someone's protecting it.
Yes. Or doesn't realize what they have. They just have it. And it's just a silver snowflake to them.
Okay.
Are you sharing something? Kadal?
Yes. The
I will.
map, the world map.
Oh, thank you.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I see the world map
So
there.
the beyond is all of this on the right hand side of the Black Rioch. And below it. Where's
The
the
foundation
foundation?
stone is near the southern wall, to the west of
Okay.
where you're at.
Okay.
Go down to the bottom. Oh, okay. To the west.
I see it.
Ah,
Right there.
here
Yep.
it is.
I would agree to do this task.
Very well.
How much does it pay?
Well, 100 gold up front. You have agreed to pay to do this task. Upon completion, you can get another 500.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'll agree to the task.
All right. She'll rifle through her thing and pull out a pouch.
I will take the 100 gold.
You know how to find me.
Huh?
I said, you know how to find me when
Yeah.
the task is complete.
I will meet with the rest of my group, especially Kadath in this case, let him know what she was doing and what she's looking for and where she thinks it is and how much she's paying for it.
All right.
But
All right.
I will also,
later.
I don't know who she's doing this for. She would not reveal that information.
Yes. In the meantime, Kadath is talking to Erwin and Tatra.
Yep. So I'll tell them as much detail as I can
Okay.
about the well, I'll
Your
tell them
experience behind
quickly
the
the
tapestry.
detail about the city itself
Okay.
and us getting it back to normal, but also the experience with the tapestry, the pool of blood, talking to the Raven Queen, all the things she told me and everything else.
Okay. They take it all in stride. They seem to be in a little bit of awe and wonder when you talk about the tapestry. You're getting the impression that both Erwin and Tatra have experienced this. Erwin a lot less so. Like Erwin's only done it a couple of times, but Tatra is very familiar with it. And that's the impression that you're going to get from them. They will answer any questions that you may have. And of course, Tatra says you are welcome anytime you need to commune. Go to the blood pool here.
Is there any special things that need to be done for that?
No.
I know blood usually needs to be given in some way.
Yes. Usually. Though you said yourself you didn't give any blood when you went in.
No, but I gather from Kosha's story that it seems to be more usual that it is.
There's a little bit of as you feel led to do so. Tatra will tell you if she feels pulled into the blood pool, she does not always sacrifice some of her blood. If she is making the call, in essence, if the Raven Queen is calling you, don't worry about it. If you are calling the Raven Queen, you may need to draw her attention.
Okay, so if I'm making the call, I need to make a payment. If she's making the call, then I just answer the phone. Got it.
Yep.
The Raven Queen never calls collect.
Yeah.
No.
So no. So yeah, I'll confirm with her that I understand that. So is this how you have most of your visions that you've had?
I know, I have visions off and on all the time when I'm sleeping, when I'm waking, when I mean, it could come upon me at any time, really. But
He is sleeping.
right? Raven Queen is no. No, it comes to me whenever it needs to come to me. I go to her if I feel something.
If you
I
need
feel something.
answers.
Yes.
Is there anything that you feel I should or should not tell my group about the experience, the ritual itself, any of that?
Feel free to share with any you trust if you feel it needs to be shared. It is a secret we wish to keep out of most people's ears and minds, simply because of the acts of which we do.
Right.
The Raven
And
Queen herself is a bit disturbing sometimes.
I know that there are those out there who may be opposed to our actions.
Indeed. But a group you trust is a group that should know you.
Very well. With that, so I know that Kosha was looking for Elijah's blood. Is it likely that some of his blood was in that pool?
It is likely, yes.
Is there a way to track him or track his blood to see if we may be able to find the others that were potentially attempting the same task or similar?
We certainly can, or we can work on it. It's not something that's going to be done overnight.
Okay. Oh. Trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to ask. What over the last few years or whatever, what has been my feeling about Elijah himself?
He's a hard man to work with. He never really cared for you in general. Always thought it was some kind of pet project of Erwin's, and that's kind of how he's treated it. And he has talked to you even less since you've announced that you have this sword.
Okay. Then I will ask them, what of Elijah himself? Is there any concern that his blood was what she was seeking? And any thoughts as to why she may have been seeking his blood?
I do not know those answers at this time. We will look into it, but I do not know those answers.
Very well. If you do happen to find out anything else, whether about the other sources of any leaks or anything about Elijah that you think I should know, please definitely let me know. You have the sending stone here.
Yeah, I'll call you.
I'm not sure what my group is going to be doing next, although our current task from the gods, I think, still relates to this whole ordeal, and I'll actually pull out the tarot card and show Tatra.
Okay. Tatra will look at it, and you will see a look of knowledge come over her face.
And I'll tell her the background when we
recognition.
Right. The background when we first got this card was blue. And we've noticed that as we've finished tasks over time, each card that we've gotten has changed from some altered state to what appears to be a normal tarot card.
What state's it in now, Kadath? I guess would be a question.
Well,
I'm asking.
I'd looked at it before, and it was it went from blue to being a red background, which is normal, but the foreground was still wrong.
Right, but that was before we brought her to.
Is it? has it changed at this point? I guess is
Um,
the big thing.
now the foreground. The foreground will have her squatting. We'll have the rogue squatting.
Okay.
And at the moment, there's nothing in her hands yet, but the position is right.
Okay, so it's close to being complete.
Yes.
It appears.
Tatra will get a recognition, and she will say, "You have found the heart that is lost."
I'm not sure what that is supposed to mean.
You were given that vision or that saying from Tatra quite some time ago, actually.
Oh, that's right. Jeez, I don't remember what it was.
I know.
I
But
might
you
have
have
it
found
here.
the heart that is lost.
Is it something in his backstory or something that we have done?
No, it's.
It was in session 15 on 320.
I think it's in. It might be in my notes. I don't know. Hold on. No, it's not in my notes.
Unfortunately, it was the one that was not streamed. At least the one that I have. Oh wait, no, it is now on YouTube. It was originally, we had trouble with it.
Session 15, you said?
Yep, session 15. Where to now? You have found the heart that is lost. And she will hand the card back to you, and she will say, her path has started.
Session 15. Let's see, which one would that have been?
Where to now?
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And I can read the whole thing.
Oh, I was going to say, Kadath and Fix went to the Order of Balance.
Yeah, the storm is coming, the watchers see, judgment is summoned, balance shall be, heart is lost, the gods stand by. The evil pushes forwards, make their acts be nigh. Okay. So I found the heart that is lost. Okay, so I'll pull out the rest of the cards.
Okay. She looks at them. You have two others, right? We have
the scales.
The scales, that's right.
And the jail.
And the jail. Okay. She will look at it and she will kind of tilt her head. The scales, she'll point to the jail. She'll say judgment was summoned. You completed judgment.
Yes.
She will look at the scales and she said balance shall be. You have the rogue. She says the heart that was lost.
But we're not completely done with that one.
But her path is set.
So, does this refer to Kosha or?
Kosha. Tatra's now kind of making the connection. She doesn't make connections very well. She just kind of spouts stuff.
Or Lady Gira.
Kosha. Kosha is on the path.
So do you think that we may need to do more with her or more with Lady Gira?
Erwin kind of, because Tatra's off now. Erwin will step in. He was like, no. Lady Gira may be one to watch.
She's certainly one to watch.
I don't
have
think
no doubt.
She is involved in this specifically or directly. Kosha, however, maybe.
Okay. Well, I will make sure we keep as much of an eye on both as we can.
Well, we have Kosha here. And Lady Gira is kind of hard to miss. She makes her presence known among the upper elite.
Well, I probably should get back and see what the rest of my companions have been able to accomplish with their time since we've been back.
All right.
And I believe we've found a reasonable way to quickly travel from Weirfall to here at least. Curious if
Well,
we
that
could
is good.
find one that in this city that we may be able to use to similarly travel to other parts of the world.
I don't know if we have anything in Thrice for that.
It's worth looking though. I think I may do some.
Yeah.
Our group may do some looking to see if we can find that. Find someone
Absolutely.
who has that ability.
Absolutely.
Very well. Let me know if you find out anything, and I will do the same.
We will.
And I'll head toward the inn, meet up with everybody.
May the force be with you.
Yeah.
All right. So you go and you meet up everybody in the inn that you expect everybody to kind of meet back to.
Yep.
So you all are gathered in the inn. At various times you kind of come in and whatnot. Kosha's set up in her room. She's eating some food. Forsyth is probably with her eating food too. Seeker, Evangeline, and Fix all come in. Cadet, you come in. You sit down. You let them know about the ear cuffs, earrings. Earrings, sending.
Yep.
Message. Earrings, message.
I explain him to him, and then I'd look at them both. I'm like, that'll be 100 gold each.
I'll smirk at him as I pull out 100 gold for him.
Thank you. Forsyth, that'll be 150. I mean 100 gold.
Yeah.
And I'll
just remember.
I'll tell the group as we're sitting there. I have been given permission to answer any questions about the secrets that we have, but I would rather not do that here. Maybe next time we are in
the tiny
your
hut.
Secret little magical house.
All right. You guys will get a nice rest here. If you've used anything, you can get it back. What is your plans for the next step? Forsyth, how much do you share? Oh, you shared everything with Kadef, right?
I'm going to share everything with them.
Okay. So you have that information of Sylvia would like to have this pendant from the foundation stone. Those of you who don't remember already, you can roll me a history.
Was that one of the locations of one of the cities?
Yes, it was.
Where'd that
history?
Map go?
Yep.
I actually have it here.
11.
11. You're like foundation stones. Yeah, I've heard of them.
After
down
looking
south,
at the map,
right?
I realized
They're
wait a minute.
stones, and they're foundations.
18.
15.
18.
I had a 15 with a +0.
What am I rolling? History?
History.
I got a 25, and I got the notes.
I got a 22.
Anything you read in the notes, you're going to remember, Evangeline.
All right.
Cadet, you're also going to kind of you recall that's one of those cities, those old cities that we saw in the archives of Shaji. Fix, with your 18, you're also going to remember that. Forsyth, what did you?
15.
15. Okay. It's familiar. You weren't quite engaged in that conversation. You were busy reading another book, but
not like I went to public school.
Yeah. So you're like, yeah, that sounds familiar. Like, where have I heard that before?
Oh, that's right. From from what's her name? Yeah.
What's her name? Yeah.
So
Do I need to reiterate, or are you gonna find it?
I'm
It's
looking
on
for the
Owlbear,
foundation
so
stone,
I'm
right?
Yeah.
I'm just looking on Owlbear real quick
Yeah.
because I know it's on there.
It is. It was. It's a yellow circle. It's a city that had not fallen.
Okay, so it might still be there. Maybe. Or out of place, out of time, like the other one, but
Amber monolith. I didn't type these all the same way.
I mean, I can share them.
Water god. Hold on. The sacred monolith.
Rob is like, no, I will find it. Do not tell me. I wrote all these notes, dang it.
Osnu, it's the last one.
It's not the one that's in.
It's the
near
very
the
last
city.
one, Osnu.
Osnu.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Foundation stones. Yep. Once believed to be a great turtle, or a turtle dragon. It's the foundation stones. 7 stones that float about 2,000 feet above the desert, and they are flat topped and covered with a sediment.
We need to find a way to
We know about them.
get up in the air.
So that you do know about the foundation stones. As you are conversing and kind of share a little bit of this information, Seeker.
Yes.
What is his name? Walks in.
Somebody walks in.
Walks in. Yes, Captain Cernosk, or Commander Cernosk.
I come to attention and I salute.
He will nod at you, and he will look at you and he will say, there are things stirring in the south. I know that you have been able to find things before. Find out if something down there is causing the stir. Something. If it's someone, don't worry about it too terrible much, but something. As a Numenera or some kind of other device that might be causing this stir. I need you to do what your namesake is.
Does that mean I am relieved from my duty of seeking Evangeline, assisting Evangeline?
No, you will assist Evangeline in this as well, because Evangeline will need to aid you in this.
Ah, indeed. Very well, sir. I will do this.
Thank you. I have other business to attend to.
Excuse
Good
me,
to
sir?
see you, sir.
You as well.
Sir? How far to the south are you thinking?
I'm thinking near the southern wall, like really near the southern wall.
I wondered as much. Okay, thank you.
And he will walk out. He will nod and walk out.
Well, Forsyth, I think our potential mini job has turned into something more.
That
'Cause
tends
I
to happen,
wonder
doesn't it?
I
Kadeth,
wonder if these two things are related.
It's possible.
Kadeth,
Potentially.
I thought you
Yeah.
said that the gods were supposed to be subtle.
Well, they're
This is
usually subtle.
This is like a sledgehammer to the face in subtlety.
We'll see. There's no guarantee that it is the same location, but it's possible for sure.
Things tend to stick together.
He just gives Kadeth this look like, are you really being serious? Trying to say that these aren't like You know our luck.
Forsyth, do you think we might be able to find a magic person
A magic carpet ride.
that could do
Portal
similar
for there.
teleportation as we found in Weirfall?
At the very least, we can look.
And maybe they could get us to Ian or Farbron,
I wouldn't
or
be a
at
normal
least
street
Orilla.
person for that, but I definitely will put out some feelers to see if anyone knows of anything like that.
Yeah, I figure you have the most wide connection of contacts in this city out of our group.
Yeah. So I will do that.
All right. You will seek out through your contacts, through your underground contacts, you do know of somebody who can do. You will hear of somebody who can do some teleportation. He says the furthest south that I have ever been is Rarman. So I
That
can
would
get you
work.
as far as Rarman.
Okay. Well, that's better than walking there.
That's a little over halfway there, so
Right.
Yeah.
He will set that up with you, time and place and whatnot. Is there anything you wish to do before leaving Thrice?
yes.
Yeah, I don't have enough. I figured the Cloak of Elvenkind is actually 1,000, so I only have 6 or 7.
Let's see if I can find
6
some
or
magic
7 gold.
beans for a beanstalk.
1,000. 6 or
Oh,
700.
okay.
I'm gonna look
Do you
for
have a
some guy named
cow?
I'm gonna look for some guy named Jack and give him a cow. You know.
I don't think you have a cow. No, seriously.
No,
is there anything you want to do
I-
with Thrice?
I do want to see if I can. I'll start searching around the magic shops that I do know of, or maybe take Evangeline with and go to any shops that might have Numenera, and see if we can find some way for us to get 2,000 feet in the air safely.
Okay. All right. I will work on that. I don't
Okay.
have it,
Fix would
but I will
actually
work on that.
Fix would look at acquiring the remaining pieces he needs for the forge.
Okay, that's easy enough to do in Thrice.
And if he has to just get materials and build parts of it, because you got the leather to build the billows and all that
Right.
stuff. So I think the biggest part or most difficult part at this point would be the actual anvil.
Okay. Yeah, the anvil is going to be easy enough to find here in Thrice. It's a pretty large market city, and there's crafters and whatnot here. Especially if you go and look into the whatchamacallits, forgery there, or
The
Go
blacksmith.
check the
Go check
blacksmith,
with the Forge family.
the Forge family. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was trying to remember your last name. Gee, I should have come to me, Forge. You can go check with the Forge family. They will definitely have an answer.
Well, then he would.
I
He'd
didn't
go knock on the door
discount
like,
Just tell him Evangeline.
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
just
your
like,
daughter's friend.
She didn't mention having
I
any
heard
friends.
that.
that you guys were forges. You looked like people, but she said you're forges.
They're forgers.
Yeah, they're doing
Alright.
a different kind of forge.
Totally different type of forge. So yeah, that's going to be easy enough for you to find Fix. So you will have all the components of your portable forge. You'll just need to take some time to put it together.
Which he's been doing, like, as he's getting pieces every night.
Mhm.
Just so you know, he'll spend
Yep.
a couple hours working on it.
All right. I will work on if you find something to get yourselves in the air, and what it will be if you find something.
Good.
So you go to the teleportation, and when he teleports you, he does the ritual, make sure everybody's good, hold hands, do your thing, and he sets it off. You find yourselves, Fix, you recognize right away, You are to the south of Rormont. I think it's the south. Where is Rormont? Yeah, you are to the south. Nope, to the west of Rormont. You pop out, and you are met with, like, almost. It's bloodshed. You pop out almost into carnage, and you see almost two armies battling it out when you pop out. And that is where we're going to end tonight, because it is 9:28, and that's where we're going to pick up next week.
What? D&D combat's so quick. We could get one over in 20 minutes. In 2 minutes.
Yeah. In 2 minutes? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, you said you wanted Battle Seeker. Here's your chance.
but not until next week. I get it.
Yeah. We had to get through some things.
Yeah.
But we're promised one.
Awesome.
You're right. You're sure in the middle of a battle.
One way or another.
One way or another.
Well, guys, thanks a lot.
Joe, do you want to
Oh yeah,
take us out?
Sign out, right? All right. Thank you for watching. It's a little crazy, yeah, as usual. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Turn on notifications so you know when we are live. And we'll see you next week, next Tuesday.
Good night, everybody.
Not
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night.